Now hey guys, welcome back to the channel, another Swiss 001 video, and welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator in YouTube. Yeah, we're flying around Chicago right now. Obviously looks amazing as everything does in the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, but things haven't always looked like this for the Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020. And you know, let's maybe check out what the Microsoft Flight Simulator used to look like in the 1980s, for example. Here we go. A viewer of mine sent this website here, made by someone on GitHub, and yes indeed we have an emulator of all the old Microsoft Flight Simulators out there. For example, we have Microsoft Flight Simulator FS1. FS1 Flight Simulator is a 1979 video game published by Sublogic for the Apple II. Yes indeed, that was the first ever flight simulator that ever came out. Again, 1979, 41 years ago, which is very crazy. And yes, this was the first flight simulator, also sold as the Microsoft Flight Simulator, like the original thing, right? Which is why it's interesting that it's made for Apple, but that's another story. And yes, finally, we have the opportunity to play this one here today. Microsoft Flight Simulator, copyright 1982. That's not the original release date of the actual game, again 1979, but this is actually the first ever flight simulator that came out, FS1. That's crazy. Okay, so let's just hop into the game. Again, this is an emulator that we can play here in the browser. I don't know if this is fully legal. Probably not particularly legal. Whatever, let's just play this. Okay, what display are you using? A color TV or a composite monitor? Black and white TV or monitor? Or an RGB monitor? Of course, back in the 1970s, there were already color TVs. Let's just press A. Here we go. A, that's good. Select an operation mode. Okay, let's go for regular flight mode. And I think we're gonna come, oh, there we go. Welcome to, well, Chicago. This is what Chicago looks like in Microsoft Flight Simulator 1970. Crazy, man. I guess let's just go ahead and play and enjoy, as it says here. I don't know how to fly a plane in this flight simulator, to be quite honest, but okay, I figured out how to put throttle here. That's good, but I don't know how we can take off, but all right. Okay, as you can see, we have 80 knots. Now, I have no idea what plane we are in right now. This is really random, and I think we've crashed, and that hasn't worked. I mean, we can try this again. I need to figure out how to control this plane here. Obviously, we don't have any sound in here, because that would have been too much to handle for the flight simulator. Now, I found out how to actually control this plane. That is good. Come on, just take off, please. We've crashed again. And damn, I think this screen is actually hypnotic. Damn, okay, let's just, just concentrate here on this picture, and let's just fly around. And then, oh Jesus, look around. Jesus Christ. Can you see that? I have no idea what I'm experiencing here with the Microsoft Flight Simulator, the first one. This is the OG. No, but really, there's some kind of optical illusion to this once you look at these white lines that are super weird. And this flight simulator is basically unusable. I have no idea how to fly the plane here. Okay, you know what? Let's maybe skip this one. I mean, we have later versions of the flight simulator as well that probably won't give us eye cancer. How about FS2 1980? Let's maybe check out the process that's been made within these 5 years. Okay, let's go for color. Oh, liquid crystal display, LCD. How does that work? Okay, regular flight mode. Let's go ahead. I think this one has sound, right? Select keyboard mode. Oh, that's so cute. IBM PC. Junior function keys on top, on left. I guess we're just gonna go for B. Oh, okay, now we not only have white lines, but we have some more buildings here around Chicago. So I have no idea. Okay, you know what? Let's just see if we can get this plane fly. The controls are off. I can already tell. But I guess we can fly. Do we now have sound is the question. Okay, we don't. Well, who needs sound, right? Okay, I think I have now figured out how to control planes here. Oh, let's try to take off. There we go. We have now finally lifted off, and we are, oh, this plane is uncontrollable here with this keyboard. I can see this is not particularly made to run on a gaming PC in 2020, literally like 40 years after its release. And this is giving me eye cancer. If you like really concentrate on this picture again and then look away, oh my God. Okay, yeah, this is Chicago, as I guess this is the Willis Tower or something, or some kind of tower with some black bars. That is, I mean, that's actually kind of cool, 1984. And I can already tell gaming really sucked in 1984. Music was good back then, but oh, we've crashed. Yeah, that's not gone very well. Okay, honestly though, this is a lot better than obviously the Microsoft Flight Simulator FS1. You can see progress was definitely made within these 5 years. And yeah, wrong key to take out. Let's crash. Oh wait, I think that was a little bit of a crash animation. Okay, let's just see. Maybe we can lift off again. And Jesus, the eye cancer is absolutely horrible. But the FPS are fine. My computer is barely able to handle this game. I think this thing will even run on a toaster or on a fridge or something. It will probably run on anything. I'm pretty sure even the computer on board a plane will be able to run this. That's quite nice. No, genuinely, this is not bad. Let's crash into this building. Come on, we have to do that. What happens when we do that? Is it like a solid object? This is giving me so eye cancer again, just looking at this. Oh, that's an actual crash. Okay, you know what? Whatever. Let's move on to FS3. Kind of like 9 years after the first flight simulator came out. Let's go FS3. Oh, now we have actually advanced by quite a bit. 4 years later, and this looks much better, doesn't it? Now we finally have color, and now we can finally see somewhat more of Chicago. I mean, this is obviously not close to what we have at the moment. Oh, there's a bug. Okay. Do we now have 3D though? I think we can actually look at our plane from the outside. Pressing S. There we go. We have 3D graphics. And genuinely, I mean, this is not the best, but it's 3D. We have to mention that, of course. Okay, let's go ahead and try taking this plane off. Go full on that one and try to get this plane off into the air. Come on. There we go. I think I'm actually trying to fly this plane with trims now, but it does work. That's cool. And this is actually the airport that we're flying at is Chicago Meigs, which I've already talked about before. And actually this airport doesn't exist in real life anymore, and actually you cannot even find this airport in the modern Flight Simulator 2020. Let's check it out how it looks like here in Chicago. Here we go. Here at the end of the video, the UHD guy is flying towards, this is actually Chicago Meigs Island. And this is actually where the airport used to be, located. As you can tell, obviously these days in the modern era, and obviously that's also implemented into the flight simulator, the Chicago Meigs airport isn't really a thing anymore. Is that water there? Oh, that's kind of sad. But in our flight simulator, we're still flying. Oh, now we've crashed. All right. In the flight simulator here, Chicago Meigs was obviously still a thing. And obviously it's implemented into the flight simulator. It's crazy. Let's go ahead and try taking off. In this Cessna 172. And I mean, it's quite crazy to think about how, flight simulators have developed. You have to imagine if this, Cessna was built and we crashed. If a Cessna 172, for example, the one that we have right in front of us, was to be built back when the flight simulator came out in 1988, it would still probably be flying around today. 1988, that's like pretty much nothing for a plane. There are still a lot of planes flying around that are from 1988. That really isn't a problem. And there we go. We've taken off. And oh, this plane is uncontrollable. This is kind of like a 737 MAX already. Oh, does this have autopilot? It has autopilot. That's awesome. I mean, genuinely, this is not particularly a bad flight simulator. Like, this is probably, when it comes to features, more realistic than some mobile flight simulators that we still have out there. I mean, we can enter nav data. Look, changes state, and it's completely bugging out with the mouse, but that's another story. We are flying. We don't have sound particularly, which is weird, but it's quite crazy. As you can see, the autopilot is flying. Let's set it, but it's quite crazy to think about that this thing has autopilot, right? Yeah, it's just climbing along. What else can we do here? Oh, clouds. We can have clouds here. Let's set the top to 10,000, and let's set the base to 1,000 feet. Let's make a very big overcast, and I guess we now have clouds. Just needs to load a bit. A computer doesn't really handle tough games like this very well, does it? I think we've genuinely crashed this now. All right, that's not gonna well. FS3 has crashed. Cloud was just too much to handle, right? So yeah, let's maybe check out the flight simulator that came out a year later, 1989, FS4. And as you can already tell, I think we only have a few more buildings. Yeah, graphically, this flight simulator is a little bit better. Something that we've not talked about before is, by the the way, that you could, switch planes as well. There were more planes than just one included. So that's a Skyline, but we also have a Learjet. A Learjet 25G. Let's check it out from the outside view. Let's return to the flight simulator. There we go. And we are now inside of a Learjet. A Learjet that looks a little ugly. the colors are a little weird. Let's maybe try another plane. It says in the Skyline we have the Schweitzer as well, as sailplane, which is going to be interesting to fly here in the flight simulator, to be sure. Okay, let's maybe check out another plane. We have a lot of planes, really. There's a Saab with camel, more of a vintage plane, I guess. There we go. This is the Saab with camel. This is actually, we can zoom here. That's pretty interesting as well. What else have we got? That's pretty much it. But we've got some other regions to fly as well. We have Chicago Meigs, but we also have Oakland 27 right takeout, which is in California. Oakland, California. Yeah, that is a way bigger airport, and we're now at night. Maybe, okay, this is kind of, maybe we can take off the Saab with camel out of here. Give it 100% power. Let's see if I can fly this plane, which I can't. Jesus. Oh, something's gone wrong. All right, there we go. Welcome to Oakland, California, and we're flying at night. As you can see, we have night lighting, and we have a moon. That's a pretty desperate moon, but all right. We've stars as well, and oh, that's not good. That has not gone well. See, the plane isn't particularly responsive. We've now crashed into the ocean. The crash. Oh, crash analysis. Oh, flight path profile. Crash statistics. Vertical speed minus 24,000. Looks like a 737 Max flight to me. Let's maybe try some other modes. What else? Manhattan tour. We can fly in New York as well. Let's go to New York. This is what New York looks like. Oh no, is that the World Trade Center? Oh Jesus, that's not aged very well. Yeah, I mean, of course, 1989, the World Trade Center was still a thing, and I guess this is not a place where we should fly around at, just for respect. Let me go to another place. Sailplane? No. What else we got? Golden Gate. Okay, we have a lot more regions here. Golden Gate Bridge at night. Obviously, we can change the time. Let's go for maybe afternoon. There we go. Space. Return to the flight simulator, and we have the Golden Gate Bridge, and we're crashing again. This plane is uncontrollable. Yeah, flying the planes I still have to figure out, as I cannot do that really well. See, I think you do have to fly with trim because the actual control inputs doesn't. But this is really cool. Let's fly it. Maybe this is a little bit of a stunt. It hasn't. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, that was close, but that was quite successful. Why are the buildings yellow? All right. We do have to say, within these 10 years between FS4 and FS1, a lot has changed. I mean, we can try to go back again, and well, we are getting back to eye cancer at the moment. Oh, my eyes. Okay, maybe we can now concentrate on this one again, and then look back, and something's happened. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. 1979. That's quite crazy. So, yeah, guys, thank you for watching today's video, and I'll see you tomorrow. As always, good night.